Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum student. This is Umaira Said, Lectures Times Institute Multan. I hope that you will be fine and healthy at your homes. So now today we are going to discuss the argumentative and the fictional writing, and these two topics are the conclusion and the concluding topic are the topics of paragraph writing. So these are the two left. In the previous lectures we have discussed the narrative writing, expository writing, descriptive writing, but now the two are left, which is argumentative and the imaginative writing as well. There is another type of writing which is the reflective as well, because every type of writing, paragraph, essay reflects your personality. Like it has been said that whenever you write or speak, sometimes when you think, you is present in your thinking. So you cannot eliminate you in every of your creation. So reflective means when you reflect in your writing or in your spoken. Now the two topics which are the argumentative and the imaginative. So without wasting a single moment, let's discuss it. The most important thing which we discuss today is the imaginative paragraph. What is the imaginative? Definitely you will be amazed to listen that the imagination means when you conceive some idea, when you think about something or brainstorming something. It is the same as you are thinking and you are perceiving. Yes, imaginative means when you imaginate something, when you conceive an idea. It is a kind of fictional writing. You know, there is a difference between the fictional and the non-fictional writing. Non-fictional depicts the reality of the life, the life as it is happening. You portray it. What is non-fiction? Like sometimes the painter paints the picture, that is non-fictional, but he is also adding an element of himself or herself in the writing. So let's now move forward. Imaginative writing, many of you have read the Harry Potter series. What is the Harry Potter? Do you think that any Harry Potter exists? Many of you have seen the many animated movies or Jumanji or the Jurassic Park. Yes, Jurassic Park, the dinosaurs once are the extinct animals and they existed 5,000 years ago, but what they were doing, that was the imagination. And who was the imaginator? The author, the presenter, who was imaginating all the happening in the movie. So fictional means when you create something, imaginate it and give it in a sequence of beginning, middle and the end. So fictional writing is generally based on this pyramid. Many of the students were so much curious and they were calling and texting me to know about this pyramid. My dear student, this pyramid has been created for your ease, to make you understand that how the writer used to plan or write the plot of the story. So the pyramid means that there will be some beginning in the story, then there will be some kind will be climax, and then it will be the catastrophe or the end. Many of you have seen drama since your childhood. You have read novel, Urdu or English or in any other language. The short stories you are familiar with. Like I used to quote those 15 short stories which you have read in your first year book. There were 15 stories and you have seen so many movies. So all these genres are of literature are fictional. So no writer writes the non-fiction. Non-fiction, you cannot depict the reality, and no one wants to see the reality because we are living in the reality. As when we watch the drama, we do not want to see and feel the pain and the pangs and the turbulation which the actors is facing, because our purpose is just to entertain our mind, just to entertain our eyes. So if someone portrays the reality, we will become so much bored. So that is why the imaginative writing in sometimes recreates the human mind. It refresh you, reboost you, it gives you energy. And so that is why the imaginative writing is sometimes is more productive as well. So let me give you a very simple example. Suppose if I suggest you a topic that if I were, agar main hota, so what will be your imagination, what you could write. So if I suggest you a topic, if I were the Prime Minister of Pakistan, or if I were the teacher, English teacher of DPT or psychology or BS chemistry, if I were the chief of army staff, then there will be so many things runs in your mind that I would do this and I should plan this, this will be my strategy, and that is how I will attack on the neighboring country, that is how I will try to bring down the ratio of unemployment. So there will be so many things in your, or if I say you that if I were the head of WHO, or if I were the president of America, what would be in your mind? Whatever you write or transport on the paper, that will be the imaginative writing. So you may bring out your wings as well, and you may start flying into the different avenues of your thinking, and you may take a high flight. No, it depends upon your imagination, because in your imagination you can jump from earth to moon, and then you can jump from moon to the earth as well. This is the imaginative writing as well, and your topics for the imaginative writing will be provided today in your WhatsApp group. So keep in touch with your WhatsApp group. Now next, which is entirely different from the imaginative writing, because in imaginative writing there is some struggle with your imagination and with your reality and with your running at the flow of the thought. But as far as the argumentative writing is concerned, so argument means that when you counter answer some person, argumentative writing is very much common for those who are CSS aspirants, those who want to go for some competition exams. They will give you some topics and you have to argument that. If you are going for ISSB, there will be some group discussion, and that is based on the argument as well. What is argumentative writing and what is argumentative speaking? Let's discuss. There are, students, three types of argumentative writing. Number one is the classical, Rogerian and the Tolmenian. But we won't discuss in detail the Rogerian and the Tolmenian because it is not related to your level. When in the superior classes, when we move, we will discuss, but currently we will focus more on the classical argument. We used to argument, like if we are discussing in the class, having a lecture in the class, if I pronounce something, definitely there will be the counter argument, like ma'am, I used to see this thing like this. My dear students, I always pronounce that there is always the 3-dimension and nowadays the 5-dimension to see a thing. Suppose you are looking me from the front, maybe I am looking you from the different direction, my angle would be different. My observation is that there is the 3D view of everything. And many of the people used to have a microscopic view, and many of the people have 5D views of looking at the thing. So classical, I think that classical is the 3D vision. You used to see something from the different 3 directions, and when you argument something, that will be based on your 3 dimension. Maybe the person whom you are argumenting have the 5 ways of seeing the thing. So this is the argument. How you may start the paragraph of writing the argumentative? Definitely in argumentative writing you must have some brainstorming of a topic on which you want to rebuttal, either agree or the disagree. There will be some unity and coherence and the brevity and order, as it is the main elements and the, or I must say, the ingredients of writing the paragraph. But what makes the argumentative writing different from the rest of the paragraph writing? Let's explore this. There must be the study of the problem, as there must be some study or there must be some problem. If there will be problem, then there will be the study. Let's discuss a topic. Nepotism is the death of talent. Where there is the favoritism, there will be no favoritism to the talent. So it is happening in the Pakistan in every sector. Wherever you go, you must have some reference paper in your hand, and then you will get and secure the top position. It is not particularly in the Pakistan, even all around the world there is the nepotism. It is the nepotism is in politics, is in education, even in the entertainment industry, in the economy industry, everywhere the talent is suiciding. The reason is because no one favors the person who is beneficial. The person who is non-beneficial will be appointed in some organization. How we will discuss in the later parts when we would have a discussion on the nepotism. Suppose if I give you a topic, let me continue, that nepotism is the death of the talent. it will be, many of you will be agree with me, you will say yes ma'am you are right, many of you will be disagree, or maybe many of you will come up with the different strong vision and the strong ideas. No ma'am, there is no nepotism, there is the lacking of the person, or sometimes the people born with the golden spoon and they occupied the high position, that is the reason. Maybe it is due to the good fortune as well, maybe our fortune is not that good, or we are not the good luck babies. It is as these are the comments as well. This is the argument. If you are start writing on the nepotism, favoritism, then you must be disagree from the line 1 to the line end. In the argumentative writing, you cannot write in the way that in the first paragraph you are disagreeing, but in the next paragraph you are disagreeing, and in the last paragraph you are agreeing, yes the topic is right. If you are agreeing, yes nepotism is the death of talent, then you have to give the solid points and the valid point to justify that yes the topic is right. And if you are disagreeing, then you must be disagree from the line 1 to the line last. And this is the way of attempting the good paragraph and the good essay in the CSS as well. I am particularly talking to those students who are the CSS aspirants. You will pay thousands of the fees outside to know that what is the passive and what is the essay writing, but I am going to tell you in a very simplest way that you start reading the newspaper. If you want to give a good argument on your and give a rebuttal of your topic, either you are agree or disagree. What is the way of reading newspaper? We will discuss it later, because currently we are discussing the topic. So, close reading of the problem. Nowadays, COVID-19 is very much the talk of the town. Then there is the political upheaval is the talk of the town, corruption, money laundering, sugar mafia, the closing of the school, the opening of the institute, the online classes problem. These all are the issues. Maybe in the CSS 2021 there will be the topic about COVID-19 or the pandemic and about the sugar mafia, or maybe many other things. Then start reading the newspaper, make your own valid points. Wherever you think that this topic is more have the most chances to appear in the exam, then underline those lines and then note down on your notebook, and then read those points and try to memorize them. Close reading of those areas, then reasons. If you are agreeing with something, you have to reason. If you do not agree with something, that is the reason as well. Counterclaim. Many of the people, what they do, that they start the tug of war and the war of the words. Particular I am talking about not the words but the WORDS. They start the war of words in the essay with the pompous vocabulary, with the jargons. Yes, it is so. Then in the first paragraph they disagree with the statement or agree with the statement. In the second paragraph they support that statement. In the third paragraph they start the war like agreeing and the disagreeing, and in the last paragraph they justify their agreeing and they justify their non-agreeing, and in the conclusion they also come up with the solid and the valid point that why I am disagreeing because this is my reason, and some of the students say that why I am agreeing, this is my these are my reasons. So, argumentative writing basically based upon your own perception and your conception of ideas, that how do you see the world. My dear student, there are 3D and the 5D views, and now it depends upon you that either you want to see the world with the 3D, with the 5D or with the microscopic lens. So, now the ball is in your court. Next come the data. If you are writing something on the women education in Pakistan and the reason of decline of women education in Pakistan, come up with the strong data. If I say that women is not that much educated in Pakistan comparative to other, or the women are not that much brave, or like the other women in the world, then I must have to come up with the data that why I am claiming that the women of Pakistan are not brave. Women around the globe is brave. You know, in 1960 there was several movements about the blacks, and they struggled hard for their survival among the whites. And if you are so much interested in knowing about these struggles, study the novels of the Toni Morrison. Maya Angelou, you will understand that how these black women were struggling for their survival among the whites, because they were pointing everywhere like you are black and you are white, you are black. This is all. Rebuttal is a technical term. It means that if you are agree with it, if you are disagreeing, then come up with the solid points. So this is the these are the points of writing and argumentative writing. So my dear students, what should be the characteristics of a paragraph, or either it is the imaginative or it is the argumentative? What should be the characteristic? It must be very convincing. If you are giving some point, a valid point, a solid point, a weighty point, that must be convincing and persuading. The readers or the listeners must be convinced. If they are not convinced, then you must give those data and those facts and the figure that help them to convince with your words. And it is a technique, you know, speaking is an art and convincing is an art as well. If your art is convinced other, it means that you are going to be the good speaker and you are going to be the good leader as well. And these are the characteristics of good leader. Organization of ideas are very important. Many of the people speaks good, but they cannot organize their idea. What they do, that they sometimes speak the least important in the first part and the most important in the last part, which sometimes create boredom among the audiences or the listeners. So be vigilant and be precise. Try to speak the most important in the initial stages, and then with the passage of time try to create it less to least important. Counter argument, have you seen the arguments with the Zakir Naik, like when he used to address the large community of Hindus in India, so about the Muslims and about the Christianity and about the Hinduism. The people ask him the very tricky and sometimes the very heinous type of the question, but what he does, he never point the gun at them and kill them. With a very smiley face, he come up with the arguments and try to convince them, and this is the reason that he is being convicted and behind the bars, because he is a good speaker as well. Now next is the past references. The past references means that you cannot convince anyone with your present references, like this is the present and this is happening. Come up with the basic and take the tour of the past and bring out some past point and then convince the readers as well. Then the past references, make a collage of a present and the past, and then give the arguments, the strong arguments, rather than rising up your voices, or rather than with the arrogant tone, with a very smiley face and with the strong words, the pompous vocabulary, strong arguments with the strong ground of your rebuttals. Try to convince your readers and try to convince your listeners. So this was the topic for today, and now the paragraph writing has been concluded. Next we come up with some new and different topics that will be entirely different from this writing. Keep in touch with your WhatsApp group, because your topics will be provided there. Stay home, stay safe. Stay happy as well. Take care. Allah Hafiz.